Welcome to the stream. Today on Honkai Impact 3rd, we return to the Meow Town Escapade with Susanna to do the second half of this event and maybe take a little bit of a look at Susanna's training records, as I feared I probably won't be able to show off all of that, but at least some of the story of that should be able to be covered. It's not a lot anyways, or not important anyways. But let's continue with the story of Susanna and Kitty and... who else did we meet? Lots of people. Yes, weird feeders. Those most certainly also existed. The robot turned back into the feeder. All is good with the world. Between last stream and this one, I noticed that there was a debate on Reddit whether or not Kitty was actually Carol, until someone pointed out the English translation. So, just to confirm, non-English translators did not mess up by putting Carol's name in there, and I was not the only person that did not notice that Carol was Carol. But knock knock, who's there? There came a knocking. On purpose, that was. Malicious translators, possibly. Coming! Susanna, I'm here. And Susanna is also here. Fresh out of the shower, I see. Sushang-sama, are we going to the station now? I'm sorry, I overslept and just finished showering. No big deal. Susanna, were you okay last night? Last night? You know it already? Yeah, I saw light in your room until late into the night. You must have been cutting videos. Ah, forgot to turn off display before going out. I asked Alvita about it after dinner. The iron box called a computer is something else. It can cut videos in half without an edge or a fulcrum. But, Susanna, aren't you scared? Why should I be scared? Editing videos isn't scary at all. I mean rats! No, not rats! No! She lowered her voice to avoid scaring the girls fresh out of bath, but... Rats! Ah! Where? No. There are no rats now. I heard there's a part called the mouse in that iron box. I asked because I remember you hate rats the most. By the looks of it, I misunderstood again. You know, this has been an in-joke between us, but I didn't think it would ever actually come back. Yeah, this was a joke supposed to be on the game, not a joke in the game. So that's what you're talking about. Actually, the mouse is a tool, not a rodent, thankfully. And editing videos isn't physically cutting something in half. It's just a way to process data on a computer. I knew it. How could there be rats here when the town is overrun by cats? I'm glad I asked you first, or I'd have made a fool of myself again. Ah, you haven't changed. Ah, these modern technologies elude me. That iron carriage still does. It can only trouble you to walk me there. It's nothing. I happen to be free. I'll change now. I'm done. Sushang-sama, let's go. Thanks. At the station in the early morning, Li Sushang and Susanna stood side by side on the platform. After Arc City, they were no longer strangers to parting and reuniting. The morning sun was rising, and the daylight softened their expressions. I'm heading back to the HQ for paperwork, and will probably stay there for a while. See you later, Susanna. I look forward to seeing you at the HQ, Sushang-sama. After I reach the next scenery, I'll send you photos as before. I don't have your photography skills, but I've gotten a little better. Your photos are getting better and better indeed. I'm flattered. You're not only a great photographer, but also a great gamer. Looks like photography isn't the only thing I need to learn from you. I should be thanking you for introducing me to games, or I'd still think I'm bad at it. Hahaha, sure thing. You just need to try. Don't be intimidated and instinctively question your abilities. You can do much better than you think. I'll remember that. Thank you. No problem. Well then, I'll be going. Okay, bye-bye, Sushang-sama. Have a nice trip. The girl, who didn't have the courage to face separations, waved at the receding figure of her friend smilingly. Sushang-sama, I'll impress you on my training day. The park was exceptionally quiet today. Several brand new cat feeders stood by the street, exactly where the girl remembered. Isn't this the place where I met the crazy robots? Why are they still there in the form of feeders? Alvita and I wrecked a number of robots. Why does it look like nothing has happened? Why? Is that the patrolman, who is definitely not the most suspicious character in this story? The young man was wholly focused on refilling the cat feeders when Susanna quietly walked up to him from behind. Mr. Patrolman! Oh, you're the girl I met yesterday. How can I help you? Sorry to interrupt, I just want to ask, did you replace the feeders here? He glanced back at the feeders behind him and showed a puzzled expression. The feeders have been replaced. Are you sure? I refill them every day, and they are the same old ones. Then are you in charge of all the feeders in the town? It sounds tough. It is, but it's worth it for these little fellas' sake. So who put them... Ah, you don't want to be a patrolwoman, do you? I suggest you drop the idea. It is a very competitive job. Before Susanna stammered out a question, the man had a realization and cut her short flusteredly. Competitive. Look at the time. I still have other feeders to refill. Can't have the little fellas go hungry, can we? Goodbye. Before Susanna could respond, he had shouldered the sack of cat food and strode away while humming a tune. He looked panicky, and isn't it unrealistic to let one person maintain all the feeders? Could it be... I was right. The new feeders have the symbol of Night Cat. Boom. She heard a familiar sound. The feeders in front of her began to tremble, cases breaking apart and shifting into another shape unhurriedly. Gah! No, they are transforming into robots again. What should I do? Susanna, watch out! It's Rita-sama! Yay! If the robots lost control, I'll dispose of them. Yes, I'll help. Back to rhythm fighting. I thought it would be over after that. Oh well. If I had known that there would be more robots, I wouldn't have wasted my ultimate on one that was already almost dead. Oh well, let's do it again then. Well, missed that last one. Stylish. Huh. Why are the new feeders stronger than yesterday? I mean, because they are newer models, obviously. Susanna, what happened? Why did the feeders transform into robots? Well, this dates back to yesterday. Susanna briefed Rita on the events of last night. In other words, you, Kitty and Alvita already saw feeder robots yesterday. Yes, I'm sorry for not telling you earlier. It was late, so naturally you would want to wait until morning. But have you seen Kitty and Stan today? I haven't. Did something happen? After preparing breakfast, I went to wake Kitty up, but her room was empty, and so was Stan's bed. I only found an unfinished note. Rita unfolded a note and showed it to them. Susanna, Alvita, I discovered the secret of Night Cat. Last night in the feeder I saw... Likely interrupted by something. Her scrawls broke off there. Kitty and Stan are missing. I swear Alvita and I brought them back to their rooms yesterday. I believe you. I looked all over the hostel but didn't find them. She's a natural at counter surveillance. Even I didn't notice her leaving. Could it be related to Night Cat? Susanna, are you referring to the legend of Meowtown? Yes, didn't Kitty's note mention Night Cat? And we heard the locals talk about Night Cat's punishment. The feeders all have the symbol of Night Cat. Could Night Cat have abducted Kitty because she broke too many feeders? No way. An urban legend can't be real. Please don't buy that, Rita Summer. I think that's a possibility. After all, the history of Meowtown is quite surreal. Yeah, I never thought the town could accommodate so many cats. But are these feeders all set up by Night Cat? The situation has gotten more complicated. Are there more clues? That's all I know. I should have asked the patrolman for clarification. He must know something. Patrolman? Who's he? Maybe he is Night Cat. You've never seen him. He maintains every feeder in this town. I don't think anyone knows the feeders better than him. I haven't met him, but he single-handedly maintains so many feeders. That sounds too unusual. If we can find him, he might provide clues about Night Cat. He left here in a hurry, but we can ask the locals. They might know where he went. Then I'll report the situation to the HQ and survey the square. Okay. Well, what was the punishment of Night Cat? Kitty and Stan got abducted by Night Cat. That calls for punishment. Susanna and Rita turned a corner, only to see the once peaceful town square in total chaos. Countless robots were walking the streets and corralling the residents. A familiar figure came running from not far away. Get a water gun. Cats hate them, and robots too. Sana and Rita-sama, sorry, I'm late. Alvita, do you know what happened here? I was looking for information on the feeders in my duty room before the situation here called me out. I didn't expect it to be so serious. Why are you here? Kitty and Stan are missing. We're looking for them. Didn't we carry them straight home to their rooms? What's going on? They did sleep in their rooms, but are gone missing this morning. Kitty only left a note. She must have sneaked out again. But Meowtown has become a dangerous place. Where could they have gone to? I assume by danger you mean the robots that suddenly appeared. Yes, Rita-sama. These robots are the feeders in disguise. We discovered this yesterday evening. Ah yes, Susanna told me about it. Ah, those robots spotted us. They're coming at us. Susanna, Alvita, halt them first. Roger. Understood. Don't be afraid, Susanna. You fought them several times. You can't drag them down this time. More robots! Remember what we did last night? Everything. Isn't this range limited? Alright, I'll give it a try. Use the active skill to paralyze enemies. Get paralyzed and danced on. It sure is limited though, in range. Because it did not hit anyone else but that one. Sure needed that active skill. Oh, maybe? Maybe there's more. Yep. How about paralyzing you? I think that's a better thing to do. The biggest feeder yet! You can feed so many cats with that. You wouldn't even believe. Oops, I destroyed it. Susanna, that was great. You've become a better fighter. Heh, all thanks to your help. I'm not so scared when Rita-sama and you are with me. You two were synchronized in battle. I take it you have trained for it. We didn't train for it per se, it's just sometimes the enemies in the training room were too strong. None of us could win alone, so we teamed up. I see. That's actually a brilliant training method. As long as we can improve, we'll try any method. Yeah, anyway, let's go check on the locals. Let's go. The three approached the people previously swarmed by robots. No restraints were imposed on them. Yet they still sat helplessly and on the ground in great sadness. Is everyone alright? You're safe now. Go find shelter.
It's over! It's over! It's that blasted kid's fault. Night Cat has been angered and disaster will soon befall us. Where can we go?
Blasted kid. Sounds like the one we are looking for. Are you talking about a white-haired little girl? What happened?
It's alright. That kid pried the lid off a feeder outside the arcade this morning and pulled out a cat that was eating inside. Yeah, she did. Then she chased the cat along the way, breaking more feeders in the process. Many cats were frightened by her. We wanted to come out to comfort them, only to see them running away and the feeders transforming into robots.
I'm sorry for the trouble. We'll take care of this. Could you tell me if the cat is a Siamese?
Yes, it looked well taken care of. Chubby but not at all clumsy. It ran down several blocks without stopping.
Only old residents. It must be Stan. Do you remember why it went?
After breaking several more feeders, that kid ran away with the cat. She's small, but her legs are quick and her mind is sharp. We lost track of her. I think I saw them running into the old town.
Meowtown has an old town. Where is it? I saw it in the archives. Meowtown was originally a rundown town. This district has actually been renovated. On the edge of the town is a historical district under development. They should be talking about that place.
That's right. Meowtown prospered thanks to cats, but someone hurt them, and Night Cat has delivered punishment.
The mention of it made the residents stand up and surround them. What are you doing? Please keep it civil. Yeah, being anxious doesn't help. We'll let you know as soon as we find Kitty. Please calm down. If something really happened, we'll look into it.
Because of the trouble that kid made at the presence of so many robots, most of the cats in town have gone into hiding, and may even leave us. If cats all leave Meowtown, how will we live? I'm used to feeding cats in the park every morning. I can't see them every day.
As he spoke, the angry resident began to whimper. Tear even rolled down his cheek. Hey, everyone, don't worry. The matter we are investigating is related to these accidents, and we've found some clues about the origin of these robots. These robots and feeders all have the symbol of Night Cat inside. Do you know what this is about?
Well, I really don't. People say they are presents from Night Cat and have been there since Meowtown started to be rebuilt. Yeah, they are maintained by the patrolmen, so we haven't paid them much attention.
I remember the feeders were donated to the town by the patrolman. It's the patrolman again. You know him very well. Who is he exactly? He's a loving man. I heard he was successful outside, but came back for the cats. Our town has had the tradition of living with cats, but it was him that made it the Meow Town it is today.
Yeah, he rallied us to build the town into a home for cats.
He funded the rebuilding of the rundown town and donated the feeders. Afterward, Night Cat let its cats into the town. They're totally not the same person, though. So the patrolman also installed the feeders. Then did the legend of Night Cat appear and the patrolman come to the town at around the same time? To be precise, the rumors of Night Cat appeared after Meowtown boomed. Girls, are you implying there's a connection between Night Cat and the patrolman? That's impossible. Yeah, the legend of Night Cat appeared after the patrolman had come. He might be Night Cat.
About that, we aren't sure, but in any case, the patrolman will not harm Meowtown.
Wow, real elderly. But since he was in charge of rebuilding Meowtown, maybe he knows why the feeders transformed. If only we could find him. When I saw him in the park today, he appeared to be in a hurry and left at once. I don't know where he went. If he's not maintaining the feeders, he must be in the old town. There are still stray cats there, so he often goes there to look after them. Alvita-sama, we should go there. Yeah. Didn't they also say Kitty and Stan might have gone there?
Please wait a moment.
You want us to save Meowtown, right? You can count on us.
No. We have no doubt about your ability. But there are many more feeders, and if they transform into robots after you leave, we will be very vulnerable.
Don't worry. I've reported the situation to Schicksal HQ, and enforcement is on the way. Schicksal? You work for Schicksal! We are safe! Thank you! I should have known better. Rita-sama had come up with a solution before questions were raised. Now we'll head for the old town, as Susanna and Alvita suggested. I've contacted the Randall Summer. We'll rendezvous there. Roger. Alvita is ready at all times. I'm ready too. Let's go. There was no punishment here. I have been lied to. Old Town. Old Town. Old Town. What secrets do kittens' footprints hide? So many secrets. And a soft pause. Let's pause and reflect on that. Blanketed in dust so thick that sunlight could barely penetrate, the dilapidated old town reeked of bleakness. It was a stark contrast to the pleasant central town. This is the old town. Did Kitty and Stan come here? Alvita, we go in like this. Do you think we'll get ambushed? Should we wait for the Randall Summer? Don't worry, isn't Rita Summer with us? You're right, she's amazing, always thinking ahead. I know, right? She's a perfect being, so there's nothing to worry about. Ah, I'm so happy to be fighting alongside an S-rank Valkyrie. I won't let her down this time. What are you discussing? Nothing! Susanna says if enemies appear, she won't drag you down this time. Ah! No, why would she? But it's field training or theoretical study. She's been constantly improving herself. She's helped me greatly in the previous battle. That thought has never occurred to me. Thank you for encouraging me, Rita-sama, but that's not what I meant. I believe you already have a light of your own. You've grown much during the time we didn't see. But, Rita-sama, have I really grown when I still make stupid mistakes? Isn't it obvious? When we fought just now, you've displayed the fruits of your labor. Mostly dancing. Yeah, you've gotten a lot stronger. Rita-sama, look, the Randall Summer has come. Sorry, am I a little too late? The Randall Summer, we just got here as well. After receiving Rita's message, I hurried over here. The rampant robots along the way stalled me for a while though. Looks like the feeders are still transforming into robots. The Randall Summer, we need to figure out what's wrong as soon as possible. Yes, Rita has briefed me on it. On my way here, I saw a sneaky man which may be the patrolman you mentioned. But I lost him at a corner, so I decided to rendezvous with you first. He couldn't have gotten far. Why don't we look around? Who's there? Hearing footsteps in the distance, they immediately looked to the source of the sound and saw the figure of a man flash by. It's him. Yes, he's the patrolman. After him. Got it. Huh? Of course there are enemies. Be careful. Gone. Got distracted by robots. We are 4 people and somehow nobody managed to follow him. We lost him. Robots appeared out of nowhere. Was a trap activated? It should be the patrolman, alright. He knows this place like the back of his hand, so he shook us off easily. He's not being suspicious at all, though. But the robots are of the same model as the ones in Central Town, proving our direction right. The patrolman is hiding something, despite not being suspicious at all. Yes, maybe he upset the town. I saw him run this way, but He's gone now. When they made it to where the figure was last seen, awaiting them was an empty dead end and 4 randomly placed feeders. This is a dead end. Where did he go? Maybe he is inside one of the feeders. He can't have vanished, can he? Could there be a secret door here? These feeders are the mechanisms to open it. Wait, Susanna. I think something's there. Nimble figure leaped out of the trash can in the corner. It quickly walked to the feeder and pressed the button on it. A kitten! This area is pretty chaotic. Should we take it with us? Shh! Susanna held her index finger against her lips, gesturing Durandal and Elvita to quiet and continue in a lower voice. Shh! Wait! Observe first! It activated the feeder, but it looks like no food is coming out. Okay, this is the best event. And this is the best new playable character. I'm just gonna stay here and do this for a few hours. I like the stopping animation as well. What class is that Valkyrie? Cat. Clearly. Those look tasty. Why am I gonna click on other things if these are already out here? Also, what are these flyers on the floor? Nobody knows. I'm a cat, I can't read. Meow. Okay, the flyers are the same thing as that thing. The first character is cat. Well, that's a very cool cat. Enter the cool cat. With posters of May. So there's a hidden door there. I remember the opening sequence. I'll give it a try. Oh, interesting. We made our own sequence, I guess. That's right. Right. That will do it. Susanna mimicked the kitten and activated the 4 feeders in order. Immediately after, a crack formed in the wall at the end of the alley, which widened until a secret blind passage was revealed. Found it! The Randall Summer. There really is another passage. I suspect the patrolman got away through it. Incredible. The passage is hidden right there. No wonder he vanished. So the sequence is in which that kitten activated the feeders as the password to opening the secret passage. How intriguing. This is moon logic! Susanna, how did you figure it out? You haven't even been on the moon. Just guessed it. This place is surrounded by walls, and I don't think the patrolman could walk through them. So there's probably another passage. Coincidentally, the kitten appeared and pressed the button on the feeder. I originally thought it did it because it was hungry, but afterward the feeder didn't serve anything. In fact, those feeders don't contain any cat food at all. Isn't this suspicious? But there is lots of cat food lying outside them. True. And that kitten did it skillfully. As if it had operated the fetus many times. It didn't run in circles at all. As if it didn't know what to do with itself. Yeah, so I concluded this kitten was up to something else and asked you to wait. You knew we'd actually make a discovery. That sounds so bizarre. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd have thought you were recapping the story of a new sci-fi movie. I didn't expect my guess to be spot on either. It's not any guess. To be able to make such a bold guess in such a short time requires not only excellent imagination, but also experience in deduction. Susanna has always been imaginative. She can even describe an event completely differently through the power of fantasizing. Alvita, don't make fun of me. That was a previous event. You got me wrong. I meant the videos you take are very creative, such as having unpredictable twists. That's because the actual shooting never goes according to the script I write. Anyway, we should start looking for clues about Nightcat. Stan and Kitty are waiting for us, but I don't know whether they are in there. At any rate, the most suspicious and favorable path is before us. They looked into the gloomy secret passage, and their gaze was swallowed by infinite darkness. Complete darkness, even. A crumbled orange ribbon was caught between its crack. Hey, this is Kitty's necktie. Kitty must have gone in. Quick, let's go find them. And find out what's behind the patrolman and Nightcat. At first, I think we have an optional stage. Not touching cats yet. How to get along with kittens. That's important for learning how to touch a cat. How to get along with kittens. Discussion thread. Kittens usually hide from me, so I'm curious about how you get along with them. Little Bear will work hard today too. Okay, that's Susanna, for sure. Just cuddle them and pet them like crazy. But how to make them come into your arms? Easy, just open your arms to send the signal. That doesn't sound easy at all. Huh? That's how I do it every time. If you tried luring them with food. Meowjestic of the world. Meowjesty. Huh, noble cats cannot be brought that easily. To gain their trust, you must dedicate your everything to them. That's Stan. Stan, you can type on a phone. You're a very good cat. Then what should I do? Can you please teach me? Treat them as distinguished guests, of course. Provide them with the freshest food and the comfiest beds, and you'll have a chance to win their favor. So it's because I haven't put enough effort into it. I'll keep on trying. But cats are surprisingly high maintenance. Keep that in mind when approaching them. They like shedding, playing in the grass, and bringing home rubbish such as old socks and hairballs. I find an abundance of rubbish whenever I clean the sofa. They are naughty and disobedient, stamping bed sheets with their dirty little paws, sometimes even clothing articles. To clean for cats is your honor! I tried to talk some sense into them, but to no avail. Alas, if only cats were as sensible as dogs. Don't believe her! Cats are much more sensible than dogs. You need great patience to get along with cats. They cannot understand the most basic of commands, after all. Impossible! Absolutely impossible! Cats can understand commands just fine. They just don't care to listen. Cats are the most immaculate beings in the world, meow! They're straying off topic. Well, Susanna, how much help did you get out of that? I'm guessing not much. Up we go into the secret base. Or down, I guess. The mysterious tunnel leads to the underground warehouse. Wait, that's Schicksal's icon. Who is Nightcat really? We got spoiled on Carol's identity, but who could Nightcat be? If anyone we know. After making her way through a long, narrow passage, she finally found her footing. I'm finally here. But where is here? Excuse me, Durandal-sama? Thud. With a muffled thud, she slid out from the pipe and onto the floor and then immediately stood up. Another smooth landing! I've embarrassed myself yet again in front of Durandal. Susanna, why are you always so clumsy? Susanna, are you alright? It's nothing. I'm used to this sort of thing. It doesn't hurt at all. It felt kinda soft even, huh? You then noticed she was standing in the middle of a large cardboard box padded with old clothing. And all around her were eyes glaring. Voice acting! It seems you're an intruder. I'm so sorry. I didn't hurt anyone, right? Please don't scratch my legs. I'll leave your home. The cats all jumped into the box, staking their claim as Susanna clumsily made her exit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, huh? Where are Alvita and Rita-sama? When we went down the dark passageway, there was a fork and we became separated. But Alvita is an experienced Valkyrie and with Rita around, she should be fine. Let's focus on what's going on here first. Right. Alvita is a lot braver than me. She'll be fine. So then, what is this place? There's so many cats here. Also, that's a very convenient way of having some alone time with Durandal. After we had Susanna time first and then Rita time. Susanna surveyed the place by the faint light. It looked like a warehouse with crates, boxes, and what looked to be an automatic feeder. And everything was marked Nightcat. I see Nightcat's name everywhere, and plenty of feeding machines. If I'm not wrong, we are in Nightcat's secret base. Wait, that's... Seeming to have found something, Susanna approached an old shelf in the corner of the room, and on it was Nightcat's emblem. Durandal-sama, come look, quick! What's up, Susanna? What did you find? Look underneath. It's Schicksal's emblem. Susanna shined her phone flashlight onto the Nightcat emblem on the shelf. There were scratches all over it, revealing Schicksal's emblem underneath. This can't be Schicksal's storage, can it? Schicksal's storage, like an emergency stockpile for use during combat. Right. Schicksal constructed underground storage for stockpiling emergency supplies. All the underground storage was built in the same way. I used to maintain a stockpile just like this one, so I'm pretty familiar with how they are laid out. I'm almost positive this is one of those emergency Schicksal storages. It's possible, but if I recall, after the Great Eruption, with the shrinking war front, these should have been sealed off. Right, there were no plans to continue using them, so they were abandoned. Maybe they stopped cleanup because rebuilding the city took priority. That makes sense. Perhaps someone found this one and converted it into a secret base. But if this is Nightcat's secret base, those feeders will probably turn into robots, right? Sure sounds like it. It can't be. As the two pondered, they heard a sound Susanna recognized. She turned her phone's flashlight in the direction of the feeders to find... The feeders began to vibrate. The vibrating increased as their outer casing came undone. A It looks like they are transforming. Get ready to fight, Susanna. I'm scared of whatever comes next. That's a lot of feeders. Black King's Guard. I don't remember that name on robots. We really have to fight all of these. Or maybe you are the last one we actually have to fight. Okay, you're dead before I could finish dancing. It's all my fault for causing such a ruckus. It's not your fault. If this place really has been converted to a base, it would make sense there'd be defense built in. And we just happened to trigger those defenses. I was too reckless, but then that means the patrolman really is Nightcat. How are you still pondering that? It doesn't add up. Isn't Nightcat a hero that keeps the peace in Meowtown? I don't know how true the legend is, but I bet it's based on some truth. When Nightcat appears, a group of cats isn't too far behind. He doesn't just have the ability to control cats, but he also has the power to turn a small town into a cat city. It sounds like magic. To think about it another way. What if this town turned into a Meow Town because someone turned it into a place cats love to be? Someone turned it into a place cats love to be. That would explain why all the crates have been converted into cat homes. And looking at how neat it is, it's probably cleaned regularly. From what the locals have told me, this was just an ordinary cat-loving town before the patrolman came. After he arrived, he brought with him the feeders, making this a more suitable place for cats to live. And so more and more cats came to live here. And eventually, the town became Meow Town. I imagine he would come in and out only at night, so as not to be seen. No wonder no one figured it out. Perhaps because they were familiar with him, cats would follow him as he went about, adding to the law of Nightcat to those that didn't know the truth. It makes sense. But why would the feeders turn into robots? What benefit does that offer cats? That I'm not sure. Perhaps it's all one big conspiracy. A conspiracy. Right, everything he did to build Meowtown was so that he could control the whole town. So he would hide from the residents, place feeders in every corner of town, wait for the right moment, and activate all his robots. And is he just now setting his plan in motion? No, Durandal-sama, I have an even more outrageous guess. His plan is not yet complete, but he has been forced to start early because Kitty and Stan found out. Oh no, a cat army and a robot army combined. At least there's no robot cats. Kitty said Stan had been messing with the feeders for 2 days, and she was always chasing after it. Maybe they found out the secret and were captured. In that storage, Susanna flailed about as she made her wild accusations, while Durandal listened closely, nodding from time to time. It's a bit far-fetched, but coming up with so many possibilities with just a few clues, maybe you really are suited to be a detective. I just like playing games and reading stories, so I just think like that. It's nothing really. It's always good to have some ideas handy. And I think some of your guesses actually make sense. Huh? If I'm right, that means Kitty and Stan are in danger, and I wonder how Alvita and Rita are doing. Right. We'll have to figure out a way to help to find them. We should look for the control center, which will give access to the entire storage surveillance. If I recall, it could be in the area right below us. Susanna, you know where the control center is? Oh, I forgot to mention, when I was cleaning the storage, I would trigger the defense system all the time. So I went ahead and committed the storage blueprint to memory. The layout here is similar to the other storage facilities. I shouldn't have any issue finding the control center. Committed it to memory. That's one way to do it. I know it's dumb, Durandal, I'm sorry. I just want to help everyone. Everyone's so good to me. If I cause so much trouble for something as small as cleaning storage, everyone must think I'm useless. Must think. No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying it's great. Thanks to you memorizing the storage, you can guide us there. Guiding Durandal-sama. No, I can't. Huh? Why not? I don't know anything about the storage layout. You leading me there makes the most sense. But what if I remember incorrectly and mess up? She lowered her head, trying to hide her nervousness and hesitation. I'm afraid to make a mistake. I always make mistakes. You underestimate yourself too much, Susanna. You're the one that led us to the storage facility. Even in some place you'd never been to before, you found the right way. Why would you have any trouble here in a place you are already familiar with? Because, oh, I don't know. Before I didn't seem scared at all. But when you asked me to lead the way, I became nervous. You mean you can do something well if you're not thinking about it, but when it officially becomes a mission, you feel overwhelmed. Right, in the main story, she beat up some really strong monsters because she was thinking that they were weak, right? Like she beat up those imaginary monsters, even though she is, from her type, weak against them. I don't know. When I train, I don't feel nervous at all, but when it comes time for the real thing, I can't even move. Put too much pressure on yourself. Just treat this as one of your daily cleanings. I can try to treat this as a daily cleaning, but what if something happens? I'm here, aren't I? If something comes up, we'll deal with it together. It's better than running around aimlessly. Alright, I'll give it a try. But if anything goes wrong, forgive me. Right, I know you can do it, Susanna. Let's do it. Oh no, I touched the cat. Now let's find out if this is actually a spoiler, as we last time thought. Kitten, so soft and fuzzy. Well, look at all this apparatuses. Apparatuses. Is that the plural? Really? ME Industry. Incorporated. See those machines placed here by Schicksal? The instruments used to recover the value and flow of goods in and out of storage here. She reached out and touched the screen. It lit up. Huh, the screen just lit up. Was it perpetually on standby? Looks like someone really was using this storage. Well then, is there any data on it? 10 tons of Honkai cat treats, 20 tons of freeze-dried cat treats, 50 tons of fat cat select canned food. It looks like a purchase order record for cat food, but the purchaser's info is hidden. There's no way to see who made the order. Yeah, I was also thinking apparati. I guess it's the patrolman. I've seen him refill the feeders with a big bag of cat food before. No wonder the feeders are always full. It seems like we're getting closer to the truth. We should look for any more clues. Right, let's keep moving, Durandal-sama. Dictionary says it's hypercorrect, so no. Oh, so the apparatus is correct. Weird. Very weird. But that's the English language for you. Here's another one. Let's see what data is recorded. Cat in room 1, 48. Anxious. Cat in room 2, 55. Depressed. I hope that's not ages. Because that's a lot of age for a cat. Durandal-sama. This machine looks like it's monitoring certain cats. But what do these numbers mean? Data on cats. It couldn't be. Durandal squatted, picked up a cat and placed it in her lap, petting its belly tenderly. What is she doing? This is no time to be playing with cats. So cute. Wouldn't expect Durandal to be so into cats. What do I do? Has she forgotten our mission? Here, let's see your belly. Cut it and count the rings. No, I don't think that works with cats. Such a good kitty. This mission won't continue if I don't say something. So then, Durandal-sama, wouldn't it be best if we continued our mission? Sorry, Susanna, I was just testing a hypothesis. Track the instrument and see if any of the data has changed. Let's see. It looks like the values have gone up. Did you petting it do that? Yep, I think I understand what the data is. Here, you try petting one too, Susanna. Pet one of the kitties, but I... What's wrong? Are you scared? No. It's just... It won't be the same when I pet it. Susanna knelt down to pet the kitten. It quickly leapt from Durandal's arms and got ready to fight. Why is it tense all of a sudden? I just want to pet you. I'm not going to hurt you.
Cat mood alerted. Defense system activated.
Ah! What's going on? The values are dropping. Well, Durandal-sama, the feeders became robots again. Oh no. Susanna, let's deal with them first. Susanna, you're literally the worst thing a cat can see, I guess. Well, that was quick. Why did the feeders change like that? Everything was fine when we came in. I think it was because of this little guy here. Durandal knelt down once more, taking the kitten and gently stroking it. It quickly became relaxed again. The values on the screen began to go back up. What a good cat. What a happy cat. Durandal is so gentle. Even cats can't resist. Well, I don't know if I should be jealous of the cat or of Durandal-sama. Why not both? Looks like my guess was right. Each number on this machine is connected to a cat's mood in the area. Their mood? Right. A If the patrolman has been trying to make life more comfortable for the cats here, the data recorded on this device should reflect that. So when I cheered the kitten up, the numbers on the screen rose. And when the numbers drop, the feeders turn into robots to protect them. Right, so my guess that the robots activate because they detected an intruder wasn't right. They were reacting to the cat's mood. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. What are you apologizing for? You didn't do anything wrong. The robot was activated because I scared the kitten. I messed up again. I can't do anything right. Cat hates the feeder. Feeder turns into a robot, kills the cat. Mean cat mood goes up again. Good. Why do you say that? Stan sneaks out to play with you all the time. I can tell he loves spending time with you. Stan's the only one. All the other cats hate getting close to me. She scratched at her head in embarrassment, as though it was all her fault. Animals hated her. I'm sorry, Durandal-sama. I've made things difficult for you. I'll just follow your lead. Hold out your hand. Huh? Durandal took Susanna's hand without waiting, and gently pressed it to the kitten's back. Forced petting! Or petting training. Possibly harassment. The gentle feeling of its fur is intoxicating. What do you think? So soft, right? I must be dreaming. I'm actually petting a kitten, and Durandal-sama is touching my hand. That's 2 cats in one strike. Susanna, did I hurt you? No, Durandal-sama, I feel great. But you're drooling. It looks serious. Susanna pulled back her hand. The kitten leapt from her palm and nuzzled into Durandal's side, rubbing against her ankle. Well, it looks scared again, but not as nervous as last time. I'm sorry, I got carried away. It's alright, you remind me a lot of how I used to be. Huh? Durandal-sama used to be annoying too. You know yourself that you're annoying, good. I wasn't good with cats either. Huh? Durandal-sama used to be bad with cats. Yep. I have a huge scar given to me by a street cat in London that took weeks to recover. All I wanted to do was pet it. I didn't expect it to react that way. Wow, I can't imagine. Right now that kitten looked so at peace in your arms. It took months of hard work to learn how to be around cats. To learn more about their habits. I left a bunch of cat food by the road and observed them every day. For some reason, they would only eat the food when I wasn't there, and they'd run away whenever I carelessly approached them. Even when I had tasty cat treats, they'd just stare and drool from a distance. A few months passed, and I didn't get any closer. Then, how did you finally get them to like you? Rita showed me. Cats are sensitive creatures and can sense our emotions. If we are too enthusiastic or want to keep our distance, it can cause them to be wary. You should just keep things simple and go make friends with it. So I just went over, knelt down, reached out to a snuggle, and they didn't run away. Well, that's it. There aren't any special tricks. Yep, that's all it takes. A few months later, and I had taken the first step to gaining their trust. I was so worried about the last time I had gotten scratched. They could feel that, and it made them anxious. Maybe something similar is going on with you. You've been working hard to improve. You're worried about your previous failures, and were worried during training, which led you to not be at your best. But what if I always mess up? I'm nowhere near as good as Durandal-sama. I can't even catch up with the others. How can you know if you don't try? Not doing it right isn't where we fail. Not doing it at all is. I used to think it was too straightforward, that I didn't speak as well as Rita, but when I tried to improve, I found I was better than I thought. Thank you, Durandal-sama. After each time I train, I get excited to use what I learn in real life. But whenever something comes up, I think, I can't do it this time. I need more time. I'll get it right for sure next time. So I rely on others without even thinking about it. I forget what I learned and mess up what I had done correctly in training. I should have realized that telling myself I can't do it wasn't a reason, it was an excuse. But now that you've found the problem, we can change it. This kitten just now didn't hate you, right? You've trained so hard, even on days off. Imagine everyone's surprise if you gave that all up now. Right, I'll try even harder then. Huh? Wait, how did you know I was training on days off? I saw it in your recordings. The Overseer has people study your videos to learn better camera work. I've seen a lot of your stuff. Susanna's training routine is my favorite, especially the latest video. This blow will penetrate the stars! Your cry is fierce, but the movement could be bolder. Your position could use some work. Ah! My training routine videos should be on private. I haven't been putting them on the wrong list, have I? Rest in peace, Susanna. You should learn to YouTube better. Ah, I'm sorry, Durandal-sama. I'll go ahead and submit a situation report. What's that a report? Your effort is commendable. I think you're already a mature Valkyrie, just not at your full strength. Next time you come across an enemy, just be brave and give it a blow that will penetrate the stars. Right, Durandal-sama. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I'll do it right, but I'll try my best. Cat relaxed. Opening core relaxation room. Ah, the door ahead is open. Let's go. The control room shouldn't be far. It's true you've grown, Susanna. Let's change from here on out and put our best foot forward. Show the Durandal a different side of you. Wait, Susanna, watch out! Ah! Ah! Taking a sharp step forward, the ground beneath Susanna's feet suddenly gave away, throwing her unexpectedly down a tunnel. Susanna! Meanwhile, the storage shelves suddenly changed into mechanical arms that tried to block Susanna from grabbing Durandal. It only took her a moment to turn the arms into scrap metal, but Susanna had already disappeared, leaving nothing but an empty floor. Shoot! Separated, yet again. I guess it's time for the endgame. Sure looks like the endgame. Secrets of Nightcat. The secret identity of Nightcat is actually Susanna. Wow, at this rate I'm gonna set a falling record. And where have I fallen now? Now I'm separated from Durandal. If only I was more careful. What to do? It looks like it's just me here. Could find somewhere to hide and wait for Durandal or Rita to find me. No, Durandal just said all that stuff to encourage me, and here I am, saying I can't do it. I can't always rely on others. At the very least, I can start without them. Maybe I'll even get to them first. Let's go, Susanna. You got this. She looked back to the tunnel she had fallen out, only to find the wall. It was clear that going back wasn't an option. Then, she heard cheerful footsteps coming from behind. Susanna! Huh? Kitty, is that you? Yay! We were so worried, we couldn't find you. Sorry, Susanna. I was taking a nap when I suddenly realized the feeders changed each time Stan got into them. I was going to leave you a note and take Stan out to experiment. But then Stan slipped out again, so I followed him. And sure enough, when he got into the feeder, it changed. I was going to test it out some more, but then the residents thought we were messing with the feeders and started chasing us. So I kept running and found the storage place on accident. Ah, so someone finally found this place. Of course you'd be here, patrolman. Get beside me, Kitty, not behind you. Susanna took Kitty by the hand and pulled her in. You're a night cat, aren't you? I may be by myself, but I won't let you hurt Kitty. That's a good pose. Look at me, I'm Susanna. He's by himself. I bet I can intimidate him if I act mean enough. You've got it all wrong. I'm not Night Cat, and how could I hurt such a great detective? Don't worry, Susanna. He's already told me everything. Huh? The patrolman didn't take you. What's going on? Here, look at this. Wait, that's my phone. When did you take it? Kitty turned on the patrolman's phone, showing a forum page. Viva la kitten! Stan, were you behind this all along? Cats are the greatest creatures on Earth. Forum Leader A. What's with the dongle? What even is that? Yeah. They are noble, elegant heralds of good tidings from the gods, the most precious gift from heaven above. We must cherish this gift. Night Cat will come with his cats to bring you all good fortune. So then, cat lovers, let's work together and make a town where cats can live happily. Long live cats! Viva la kitten! Don't get it twisted, this is just an everyday cat lovers group. That's not what it looks like. It looks like you're planning something. Cats are cute, but you guys are insane. You can't seriously be planning to build Meowtown off of what this group's leader said. No point in hiding it. Alright, you're right. This was our leader's idea. But why are you doing this? To build a place where cats and people can live in harmony, of course. I've always loved cats, so when our leader came up with a plan to build Meowtown, we hit it off. I went back to my hometown and found this storage place with a bunch of machinery and equipment inside, just like our leader said. With our leader's guidance, I transformed it into my secret base and built a ton of feeders. Meowtown always had a soft spot for cats, so our plan went better than expected. It became a perfect place for cats to live and grow. A lot of people say it's good fortune brought on by the cats. I've also been spreading the legend of Night Cat to warm people up to the cats even more. But this is a Schicksal storage. How did he know this was here? Is Night Cat actually Stan somehow? As for that, I don't know. Our leader never revealed his identity and told me to do everything not to let others find out. Sounds like he's hiding his identity on purpose. But why have the feeders turn into robots then? Our leader said Meowtown is so big that I'd need help monitoring and even protecting the cats. The feeders were the best option, so I thought it over and then placed them all over Meowtown. But did you ever suspect that maybe your leader is using you to get you to install robots all over Meowtown? And then take over the whole town when the opportunity strikes? No way! Our leader loves cats the most of all of us. He knows cats better than anyone. He can even recognize each flavor of cat food. Sounds like he eats a lot of cat food. Don't overthink it. At any rate, everything he has me do is for the cats. But a lot of the feeders have gone haywire. It's not just hurting residents, but the cats too. It's because the system detected a lot of vandalization in the past few days, so it has switched to emergency mode. You didn't think about that when you installed the feeders? That's rich coming from the one doing the vandalizing. Besides, all you need to do is switch it off. Emergency mode is flip a switch. But because of your messing around in the control room yesterday, you've activated the last resort programming. I wasn't just messing around. Stan ran into the control room and I got nervous and pressed the wrong button. I just ran to the comfort room, and everything in the storage area is for the cat's comfort. It wouldn't be in any danger anyway. How was I supposed to know? I just pressed a button. I didn't expect all the doors to close. Forget it. Let's just find a way to cancel the last resort programming. Stan isn't the only one trapped in here. We are too. What is this last resort programming anyway? It's a really powerful sequence that only activated when the cats are in serious trouble. It's powerful enough to level the whole town. Why? Why does that exist? Is it that serious? Then we have to get out of here and go warn Durandal and Alvita, and maybe Rita too. It's no good. Once the first phase of the last resort programming is activated, the storage begins to lock itself up from the inside. We are trapped. The programming should have reached the second phase by now. This room as the control center should be completely inaccessible from the outside. And what happens at the third phase? Once it reaches phase 3, our leader's secret weapon, the Angry Night Cat robot, will activate, destroying everything that isn't a cat. Did you ever think twice about creating something so deadly just to protect the cats? I was just following orders. I didn't question it. But there's still time to stop it. The last resort programming isn't complete. Angry Night Cat should be in standby, charging. It will be a lot easier to deal with at partial power. Oh no, it's gonna be the catocalypse. Our leader said there's only one blonde Valkyrie that can defeat Angry Night Cat, while I'm just an ordinary guy. Yeah, it's all falling into picture, isn't it? Who else would hear Durandal the most? Hey, is he talking about Susanna? She's a Schicksal Valkyrie. Not every day you have one around to help. So you're the Valkyrie that ended the Great Eruption. You are blonde. Perfect then. Help me. Don't let Meowtown get destroyed because of me. Or at least help me right my wrong. I'd say that's more orange than yellow. But I just handle logistics. I'm not good at fighting. The blonde Valkyrie you're looking for is probably Durandal. No way. Just like the story. The prophesized hero appears right as an unprecedented crisis unfolds. The hero must be you, Susanna. You've defeated lots of robots before. This is just a bigger one. That was with other people's help. This time it's just me. You won't know if you don't try. What's the alternative? Sit here and wait to die. And don't forget, Susanna, I'm a reserve Valkyrie. If you need help, you can just tell me what to do. Hold on, let me think about it. What's there to think about? We don't have time. It can't be any worse than things are right now. Right, Meow? But... Yes, you're right, kitty. It's not like it would be worse than things are right now. Things can go wrong when we try, but the biggest mistake would be to do nothing. So, no matter the outcome, we have to try. Right. And if things go bad, we'll just... run away! Haha. Alright. Give it a try. And who knows, maybe the London and Nalvita will come find us. Angry Nightcat is in the adjacent room. You'll see it when you enter. Huh? What's a robot doing here? Is it guarding the door? Can I do it? It's scary just thinking about it. Don't worry. You're a S-rank Valkyrie. You're the only one that can help since the London and Nalvita aren't here. Don't be afraid, Susanna. It's just a normal robot. You can do it. Actually, there's 4 of them. Susanna, I'm ready! Also, this music is so nostalgic. I feel like we haven't heard it since the first chapters. Jammer activated. Great, it worked. Let's jam. Well, I don't need to dance anymore. Phew. Fighting is hard. I'm lucky that the interference system worked. Susanna, that was awesome. Don't remember this music. Let's keep momentum and go defeat that angry Nightcat or something. Hehe, thanks for the compliment, but you and Patrolman can wait for me outside. You want to go in there by yourself? No way, I want to help. You've helped me a lot. The upcoming enemies should be dangerous, so please let me go alone. I can activate the interference device by myself. But if you're alone, will you... Will I be scared? I don't think so. You saw those robots aren't my match. Maybe I just didn't realize my full potential. Believe in me, kitty. Okay. I believe in Susanna. I'll stay here and wait for you to kick that guy's butt. Wait for my good news. Is it time for a boss battle? I was so scared! I was so scared back then. I could barely stand. Inside was a spacious prototype room where 4 pillars stood in the center. The girl hugged the doorway and peeked into the room before warily walking inside. Phew, there are no enemies. That battle was terrifying. Thankfully Kitty didn't notice I was nervous. Eek, my legs feel like jelly. I need a break. But the real challenge starts now. What should I do? Susanna, are you ready? The patrolman says he'll wake angry Nightcat from sleep. Okay. Accompanied by the sound of gears grinding and metal clanking, the floor in the center of the room slowly parted and a giant red robot emerged from beneath it. This is Angry Night Cat. Yes, but it's in sleep mode. Can you see 4 pillars around it? Yes, what are these pillars? Angry Night Cat is so energy intensive that it requires prolonged charging to activate. These pillars are its charging pillars. Our plan is to destroy it before it finishes charging. What should I do? Simple. Destroy the 4 charging pillars and Angry Night Cat will be awakened by the power outage. Huh? I can't destroy it when it's still sleeping. I'm afraid not. It's protected by a force field in this state. You can only damage it after it awakens. It will be much weaker if it's not fully charged. Miss, you are the only hope. Of course. But can I really take down this big guy on my own? No. Stop overthinking, Susanna. People are counting on you. The Valkyrie guide says in the face of crisis, we must be prepared and try to create favorable conditions. Better install the interference device now, to up my chances of winning. Isn't this just the robot again that we fought already 3 times? Wow, how difficult! I feel... Did we win? Alright, Susanna saved Meow Town. Phew, that wasn't so bad. I just need to be brave. Maybe there's a lot I can do. Wait, don't underestimate it. It's still... What's happening? Just saw it. Ah. Right. Great. Beep indeed. The battle just now panicked the cats in the warehouse. Angry Night Cat has gone berserk. Then I'll activate the interference device. Shoot, it's out of juice. What's that? The robot is evolving. What do I do? What do I do? I gotta hide, but there's no place to hide. Calm down. The Valkyrie guide says, Eek, it hasn't touched the situation at all. What if I were someone else? What would they do? The Randall-sama fights like thunder. Enemies can't survive a blow from her. Rita-sama is collected and graceful. Surely she can solve it while chatting. Sushang-sama, her sword dance must have the big guy in the palm of her hand. None of them is feasible for me. So now I think there must be a way. What do I do? What do I do? She closed her eyes and tried to get a grip of the situation. When this sort of thing happened in the past, there was always someone there to save her. Just like in the story, she needed a hero. She would always daydream that maybe one day she could be the protagonist. When crisis strikes, a dazzling light fills the sky and she is transformed into a hero capable of saving everyone. When the chips are down, isn't her power supposed to be awoken? Why is it that this time, all that's awake in her is fear? As the roar from the giant robot's engine grew louder, she finally knew that it really was just a story. She won't just magically transform into a hero, and no other hero was coming just in the nick of time to save her. Only someone could save the day this time. Get it right next time. She couldn't help but think to herself. Next time she'll try harder. Next time she'll be more prepared. Next time she'll be a full-fledged Valkyrie. But if one does nothing, then nothing will happen. No one is troubled. No mistakes are made. If you do nothing, you can just hope things get better for next time. But why not now? What about all that training? Wasn't it all for this moment here? There may not be a next time. You need to try. Don't be intimidated and instinctively question your abilities. You can do much better than you think. When you're chasing the sun, even if you can't shine its bright light, you will shine your own light. Next time you come across an enemy, just be brave and give it a blow that will penetrate the stars. The roar of its engine was as clear as day. It was readying its weapon to wrought utter destruction. Susanna, now's not the time to zone out. Yeah, this is not the time to zone out. Always wanted to become a competent Valkyrie who doesn't trouble others. It seemed that regardless of how hard I train, I still get left behind. Regardless of how cautious I am, I still screw things up. To the extent that I could only console myself with, maybe I can defeat the enemies next time if I'm a bit braver. Maybe I can avoid making mistakes the next time if I'm a bit more careful. I've hoped to find my problems by asking others about them, but don't I already know what my biggest problem is? I always put my hopes on my next try, like I've accepted the fact that I'm incapable. Because I'm not as strong as the others. I got used to hiding behind them. But it's exactly because I'm not as strong as them that I must go all out under the circumstances. The robot whirled up to her. Her legs trembled, but her resolve was firm as she gripped her weapon in her hands. Ah, Susanna, it's coming for you. Run! I can't run. I have nowhere to run. No matter what happens this time, I will strike with all my strength. No matter what happens this time, I will strike with all my strength. Temperature warning. Offense enhanced. Hit barrels to reduce heat. Also, this is a funky boss theme. Time to interrupt it with dancing. I feel like the music completely disappeared thanks to my dancing, but oh well. It does not matter now. Please stop moving. I'm running out of energy. I think that's the sound of stopping to move. That one should finally do it. A giant robot collapsed into a giant heap, smoke billowing from its body and filling the storage facility. There was a whirling sound as the gates opened on both sides, and then a familiar voice could be heard. Huh? The doors opened. There's so much smoke. Is there a fight? Alvita! Susanna, is that you? How are you? When the smoke cleared, Alvita finally saw the wreckage of Angry Night Cat on the ground and the badly bruised Susanna. Did you take out this giant robot, Susanna? Whoa, you're seriously strong. Give me a call next time you're training. Try not to leave me hanging. Oh, Alvita. Susanna gave Alvita a hug and began to cry. Susanna, what happened? You were hurt in battle? I'm just kidding, don't take it too seriously. Ah, you finally come. I was terrified. Alright, it's okay. It looks like you've already taken care of everything. It hurts all over. Don't cry. Durandal-sama, Vita-sama, and Sushang-sama are here. Huh? Susanna looked up to see Durandal, Rita, and Li Sushang. Her face, red from crying, now turned red with embarrassment. Durandal-sama, Rita-sama, Sushang-sama, I... Oof, the smoke here is so thick, my eyes are watering up. Yeah, my eyes itch and I can't see a thing. Is it the smoke? I'll just turn on the exhaust fan. Durandal began to move when she heard Rita gently cough. I can't see anything. The three S-rank Valkyries rubbed their eyes. Susanna quickly let go of Alvita and dried her eyes. What is everyone doing here? This is great. After we got separated, I wandered for a bit and ran into a lot of robots. Luckily, Rita-sama arrived just in time. And then Sushang-sama and Durandal-sama came. I just returned to Schicksal when I heard there was an accident in Meowtown, so I followed the support unit back here. I found this warehouse based on Rita's signal and came looking for you. It looks like you had quite a fight there. But it also looks like you've taken care of everything. I've got to tell you all, Susanna here was amazing. She took down all those robots by herself. Yep, she was awesome. Looks like Susanna's grown a lot. Rita-sama. You are all from Schicksal, right? You're the feeder patrolman, yes? I think we have a lot to talk about with everything going on here. I understand, I'll cooperate. But before any of that, there's a call from France for you, Kitty. Huh? France? I have a bad feeling about that. Susanna, Alvita, you should come with me. There's a senpai that would like to meet you. Huh? Senpai? Who? Come on, you'll know soon enough. Is it a call from Mom? Because that's not gonna end well for Kitty. Bonjour. Am I competent this time? This time, I think I'm finally the Valkyrie who stands on her own. After Alvita helped treat Susanna's injuries, several people gathered around the communication device. Hello, how is the signal, senpai? It's all good. Sorry to trouble you, Rita. It's no problem. I'm just doing my part. Wait, that voice. Louis senpai! It's Louis senpai, right? The legendary Valkyrie that survived the second great eruption. Such a powerful voice. It must be Louis senpai. I wouldn't expect someone so young to recognize me. And I wouldn't call myself a legend. I'm just a B-rank Valkyrie. I follow your training videos when practicing. Yeah, you're like an idol for us B-rank Valkyries. We're always trying our hardest to be more like you. You young people are too sweet. I'm much too old. You're already a lot better than I am. Playable Louis Wen. Sana and Alvita became just like Mom. Wow, no way, I can't think about that. Huh? What's wrong? Don't mind her, she's just imagining things. You two have taken care of my daughter for the past 2 days. I'm sure it was a big hassle. Daughter? Kitty is Lewis's daughter? Kitty? She didn't even tell you her name. Carol, what have I told you before? It's not right to lie. This is where her name was supposed to drop, I guess. Carol? Mom, I know. Susanna, Alvita. My name is Carol Pepper. You can just call me Carol. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie to everyone. You never listen to what I tell you. Mom, can we not do this in front of my heroes? I'll be sure to listen better when I get home. I'll make it up. Come home? Before you left, you lied and told me you and your father were going to your aunt for 2 days. Instead, you're in England. Huh? So then, Carol didn't tell her parents what she was up to. I'm the one that brought her with me, Senpai. It's my fault. Don't try to cover for her. She needs to know what she did was wrong. I'm sorry, Mom. Ah, nice try. I'll deal with you when you come home. Senpai, Schicksal has arranged for a special transport to take Carol to home. Thank you for that. I'll leave you Valkyries to your work. Lewis, over and out. Phew. Glad that's over. Carol, you are actually Lewis's daughter. Why didn't you just tell us the truth? You've been gone for so long. Lewis Senpai must have been worried about you. If I told you the truth, I'd have been sent back to be with my mom right away. If I'm going to get yelled at, I should at least have some fun first. Can't believe you tricked me. It's also my fault for not confirming it with your mother. I'll have to be more careful next time. You're right, Sushang-sama. Thank you for taking me with you. Ah? You're good with her words, I'll give you that. Ah, it's a good thing nothing serious happened, or I would have been in real trouble. Carol, the car will be here soon. Let's head to the airport. Wait, one last thing. This is for you, Susanna. She fished around for a crumbled paper ball and then shoved it into Susanna's hand. It's my contact info. Next time you want to hang out, don't hesitate to reach out. Alright, but next time you go out, you have to let your family know. No more sneaking around. Alright, I'll remember. I'll tell my mom next time. I'm going home now. Goodbye, Susanna, Alvita, Sushang, Rita. Goodbye. After brief goodbyes, Rita led Carol out of the storage by her hand. It looks like things have calmed down in Meow Town since Schicksal has arrived. Now, it's time to take all the cats back. Wait, where's Stan? I haven't seen him at all, have you? Alright, Kitty said Stan and a lot of other cats are being kept in the comfort room. But why didn't the door open? I defeated that big robot. Do you remember how to get there? I accidentally fell into it when the cat's mood improved and the door opened. Ah, you mean battlesuit just now probably scared the cats, so the door is closed, right? The battle, not battlesuit. Judging from the monitors, it looks like their mood is low. We need to think of a way to cheer them up. Meow. No more voice acting for cats. Meow. But there's cats everywhere. I take forever to make them all happy. Isn't there some way we could just do it all at once? Some way to cheer up the cats. Maybe that will work. It's worth a shot. Susanna, maybe what will work? Tell me. Dancing. Are you still out of it from that fight? That's crazy. I'm serious. Back at the cafe, Rita-sama taught me a dance that could magically entrance cats. I think if I can get the dance right, all the cats will listen to me. You never cease to amaze me. It's just how I think. Let's give it a try then. I'm sure it will work. But you just had a hard fight. Are you sure you don't want to rest first? It's alright. I'm better now. Leave it to me. One more dance to finish them all. Oh, what? Missing things. Oh no, my combo. Oh no, oh no, oh no, too much. Too much for mouse control. But good enough for cats, I guess. Donna began to dance as her cell phone played music. And then the mouse defeated the cats, because mouse control is hard. The cats, having calmed down, gathered around Susanna one by one and began tumbling, running, and dancing along with her. Please calm down, kitties. It's working. Susanna's really good at this dance. It's amazing. What kind of magic is this, Susanna? Perfect. The dance is calming the cats down. It expresses kindness and helps them feel safe. Cats relaxed. Opening. Cats relaxed. Opening. Relaxation room. You wonder how she managed to not step on a single tail. That's the real secret of this dance. Look, the door opened. With emergency mode lifted, the doors to the core relaxation room opened once again. Inside was a cozy little room. Bed, chairs, desks, and bookshelves were covered in cats in all different poses. They were stretched out or lying down. Next to them were two robots for feeding and cleaning litter. Stan was stretched out under a feeder, pawing at and feasting on piles of cat food. Seeing everyone enter, it rose up, turned around, and nonchalantly cleaned its paws. Stan, we're here. It looks like Stan was having a good time. Wow, so many cats, so cute. I want to pet them all. They really are cute. I want to pet them too. Why don't you come in, Susanna? You're alright, Susanna. Come on in. Got it. Susanna walked up to a fat cat lying down, knelt down and stretched out her hand to pat its back. Purr. Just relax. Don't be too emotional or distant. Just as she was about to touch it, the cat shook its body and Susanna quickly retracted her hand. Then it flipped its body over, revealing its belly to Susanna. Susanna, that's a trap! It showed you its belly. It must really trust you. Got it. She extended her hand once again. The feeling of its warm, soft belly was so nice she couldn't help but close her eyes and sink in. That feels nice. Susanna, you have some drool there. Huh? Susanna opened her eyes. The cat was looking up at her, annoyed as its belly was covered in her drool. Still happy though. Sorry. Your belly is so comfy, I just couldn't resist. The incident at Meowtown basically ends there. I wanted to film the daily life of Valkyries, but somehow ended up filming more urban legends. In limbo. I'm surprised Stan is not lying on the keyboard like every normal cat. At the end, I made a fool of myself in front of everyone, which was captured by the security camera in the warehouse. It was humiliating. Also, yes, photos. But I guess I accomplished the mission on my own. Do I count as a competent Valkyrie now? I never dreamt I would beat the big guy. Turns out that I am strong at full power. I think I'll actually ace the upcoming exam. And I learned how to get close to kittens. In that sense, I'm so lucky to have been caught on camera. After we left, Schicksal conducted a thorough inspection of Meowtown and eliminated any potential hazardous facilities. As for the abandoned warehouse, Schicksal decided to lease it to the local authority for free and provide technical support to convert it into a professional cat care center. Only we didn't find another trace of Night Cat from then on. Even the mysterious cat club quickly disbanded and deleted all user accounts after we got back. Like a legend, Night Cat was never heard of again. But thanks to this incident, the legend of Night Cat spread like wildfire, drawing increasingly more tourists over. Meowtown is a famous resort now. As for Kitty, no, Carol, I didn't know she's the daughter of Louis Senpai. The overseer said Louis Senpai is planning on sending her to Saint Freya. That makes it convenient for us to hang out. By the way, because the video was well received, the overseer gave me a new job, shooting a series of videos about Schicksal's corporate culture, so I'm doing a little self-promotion. This series will be hosted by Stan and I, where we invite different Valkyries to share their life experiences with us. Stan, you're hyped too, aren't you? I get so excited thinking about the Valkyries we'll meet with this excuse. Well, that's about it. Please stay tuned for our new program.
自信に満ちた笑顔、健康的な肌。やっぱりルイス先輩は強い。憧れます。
Thanks to the girls' efforts, the disaster in the Kingdom of Cats ended narrowly. But is it really over? Menacing. Foolish humans. You will never know that the secret identity of Night Cat is none other than this esteemed cat. My plan is to build a country that worships the feline race, but ordering humans to install feeders through the forum didn't go very well. This trip was supposed to be a great opportunity for me to maintain the feeders myself, but some naughty kid had to pester me and upset my marvelous plan. In the end, it made the entire base go out of control and burned my long-standing arrangements to the ground. Outrageous! I must take precautions against human children from now on. But it's fine, for this plan has planted the seed of cat dependence in your little hearts. I was just devising my next plan when you presented yourself to me. The new program of this clumsy girl will be my new tool of conquering the human race. I'll enslave more people so long as I demonstrate feline elegance in her videos. Internet is so convenient! The technology that you humans take pride in shall become my weapon of instilling the ideology of feline supremacy and ultimately subjugating you. Be obsessed with us. Be lost in us. It won't be long before all humans devolve into pathetic creatures that cannot live without cats. Meow! And so the internet was cats. The end. Oh, reach 100% training progress in all areas to unlock. We can't have our exam yet. Should have cut and counted the rings. How old is Stan anyways? I don't think I will be able to reach 100% in the last course I'm missing today. But we will be back with Honkai before this event ends, so I probably can look at this another time. Probably to finish off the next stream. But first, let's take a look at Susanna's training records. Starting with test time. Good morning, Susanna. You came early. Good morning, Durandal-sama. The thought of being privately trained by an S-rank Valkyrie excited me so much that I misread the time. But you've also arrived much earlier than scheduled. Me? The overseer appointed us to train B-rank Valkyries for the exam, and I've prepared some materials, but she suggested me to revise them. Durandal frowned a little. She couldn't help but recall Teresa's confounded response after reading her training plan. It's only a pre-exam training, not a fight to the death against S-rank Valkyries. I'm unsure, so I came early to analyze your training recordings further. Durandal-sama is as serious as ever. But since you arrived early, testing your skills must be more accurate than watching recordings. Shall we start from the basics? Already? Yeah, of course. I'm ready, Durandal-sama. And I realize I should have started with something else first. Because last time we started with Sushan, and we have not heard her last story yet. Also, I have not fought what I assume are the final bosses of this training. Well, your martial arts skills are amazing. But we apparently don't need to beat the final bosses to reach 100%. Phew. Well, your swordplay is phenomenal. It's a good thing you're going easy on me. There were a couple of times I wasn't sure I'd be able to dodge. No, this training is made just for you. I'm not going easy on you at all, and you're doing great. It seems like your skills have improved a ton. You don't have anything to worry about for that exam. Thank you for teaching me. The training method is amazing. I appreciate you saying so. There's still some time left. Want to go continue playing ergonomics? Last time at the arcade, I wouldn't have been able to complete those levels without you. Absolutely. I'd like to practice what you taught me a little more. It's pretty useful, and I want to get it down while it's still in my memory. Sure, I'll stay with you. I'm happy to help, Susanna. Sushan looked her into the eyes and smiled along with Susanna. She knew Susanna would become a Valkyrie, would become an independent Valkyrie, just as she had always believed. Well, let's take a look at that final boss. Obviously, the last course of this training session is something I probably should be taking serious. Final test, Li Sushan. Clear the Mentor's Challenge stage will not increase training progress, but obtaining a specific amount of points will reward something.
頑張ります無常自在で要はリスご指導をその分際ではあ廃墟の剣
Is this a decent time to do this? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got her off her swords, so fine. Ah, we get more of those things depending on how well we do. I see. It also didn't cost me a ticket, which is very good. Does this also not cost me a ticket? Guess it's the final test of sword training. Grace has passed, yes. These have gotten increasingly harder throughout this training course. So, show me what you got, I guess. See, you're getting serious now. In the last 10 seconds. How well did I do? Very good, in fact. And that did also not cut me an attempt. Very good. I also almost completed all of the Randall, as you can see with the 100%. So let's look at her stories and final boss battles, I guess. You're doing better and better. Do you need a break after practicing for so long? Not yet. I'm okay. If I want to get a good grade in the Valkyrie exam, I need to spend more time training. If I want to become a Valkyrie as strong as the Randall-sama, I need to work even harder. Do you mean you want to add intensity to your training? Huh? Yes, I'll do my best. Why do I feel the Randall-sama has suddenly cheered up? I'm glad to hear that. The Overseer specifically told me not to wear armor and be mainly encouraging in training. But now that you have requested it, let's up the training program. Eh? Change the ultimate training objective to defeating me. Defeating Durandal-sama? What kind of joke is this? Don't get nervous. Do as we just trained, and you can do it. If you're even nervous about facing me, how can you do well in the exam? I don't think that's the right order of priority. Okay, I'll try. Well, let's try. I left this open because it's the only kind of test I didn't show off. Like, pistol tests are just normal fights. We showed those off last time. Skull tests are actually also just normal fights with a little harder enemies. And the cat paws... No, the gaming console ones are the one where you play the respective minigame. But the heads... Knowledge course. Course introduction. Knowledge course prepared by Durandal-sama. Answer questions correctly to pass. I'm sad that I cannot show you the ones that I've already done, because there's some very silly questions in here. Lastly, I'll go over what Durandal-sama taught me. What ability was emphasized in Durandal's exclusive training program? Skillfully handling weapons. It's the ability to skillfully wield your weapons. She can't be beat when it comes to this, given that not anyone can swing a lance so gigantic. Whose power did Durandal release to help me train? Her weapon is the Abyss Flower. Can I consider myself as having harnessed the power of a divine key? What techniques was emphasized in Durandal's trade training? Attacking like crazy and possibly faster than the speed of sound. Maintaining a perfect form and learning to use this blow will penetrate the stars, observing calmly and striking accurately. She passed down her combat experience to me. She's truly Schicksal's strongest Valkyrie. So let's see what that training got us. Oh, we can also upgrade, thanks to what I just did. Okay, it's the rhythm game first. What was it? J and I. No. Can I restart? I had to find the correct buttons first. Durandal. Yeah, very hard quiz. There were some more difficult ones, mostly because they were silly. Good beat. I hear meows in that sound. Well, that was fun. The other stages of this did not have unique music. They mostly just had battle themes we know really well. So I'm glad this one that I got to show off was actually special. Final test. The last course of this training is... I guess I should mention the gimmick here. The stage effect in Durandal's training casts active skill to summon Abyss Flower that explodes after 10 seconds to deal fixed damage to all enemies. Durandal takes much more damage from this active skill. For some reason, Durandal takes lots of damage from her own weapon. How does that happen?
もっとゆっ どうしようドキドキする頑張ります今は余計なことをかぶすありがとう
Will Grace be able to pass this?
私は全てを変えます
Twice Imperial Paragons. Rise, my dance skills. Spare no strength now. The duel will resolve this once and for all. Who has the better knights, Durandal? You or I? Ugh, I underestimated you. Once again, not the perfect points on this. Oh well. Good job, Susanna. Thank you for the guidance. I didn't think I can do it. Totally burned out. Durandal summer clearly went easy on me, but I was so close to giving up. Aha, it made you think so. But it's training while accomplishing missions. Your progress is obvious to all. Be more confident, Susanna. Yeah, thank you so much for praising me. Don't be nervous. The exam is just a small step on the long road to growing as a Valkyrie. You're already capable of it. In fact, you can set your eyes on a bigger goal. You can set your eyes on bigger goals. Then, Durandal-sama, I want to be an even stronger Valkyrie. You can do it, Susanna. I'll train hard and ace the Valkyrie exam. Beating eyes that were as earnest as hers brought an involuntary smile to Durandal's lips. She then nodded lightly. But I'm only 30% into Rita. Let's have the opening dialogue for Rita. Perfect plan. Susanna, I'll be your teacher for this portion of the training. Are you ready? Yep, all ready to go, Rita-sama. Even if it's just pre-exam training, it's a good opportunity to improve. So I've put together the perfect plan for you. Perfect plan? Thank you, Rita-sama. I'll try my best. Perfect training plan, created by a perfectionist like Rita-sama. Well, this is going to be tough. Don't worry too much. I've made sure to pay attention to your concerns when planning this training, so you can relax. We'll do this step by step. Wow, she thought of everything, putting this training together. She really is amazing. Alright, thank you, Rita-sama. But as difficult as the training is, with your skills and determination, you should be able to complete it, no problem. Ah, so it is difficult. Oh, I'm scared, but as a Valkyrie, you have to give it your all, no matter how difficult. Rita-sama, I'll do my best. Don't sweat it. The training is a gradual process, so no need to be nervous. Now, let's start with the basics. Sure. Let's take a look at the basics. By which I mean more questions. Knowledge course. The key learning. This key learning is about anti-entropy. Anti-entropy possesses advanced technology and has made progress in mech research. Which of the following mechs is not developed by anti-entropy? Heimdall. We saw Heimdall the first time in the Schicksal Sky Labs, right? Oh right, this is developed by Schicksal. And the entropy once clashed with another organization run by humans. What is the name of this organization? Negentropy. Schicksal. Things were tense between anti-entropy and Schicksal at first. Luckily, we've worked things out. Aside from the sovereign of anti-entropy, what other position does Welt Young hold? Motorcycle instructor. Setup club. ET studio. ET studio? He works for ET studio. I've watched the Arahato series many times. Very important questions are being asked. ET for Atari. Yeah, that might make sense. Let's dance. Let's see how well my mouse skills are. It's not the final test yet, so it's not gonna be that difficult, I hope. Still, going from one side of the screen to the other with a mouse is a long way. And I am possibly having a hard time keeping track of where my mouse is on this bright background. Still, we got over twice as many points as we needed, I think. And finally, let's look at one of those skull missions, because we did none of them last time with the other ones. Challenging combat course. Be prepared for a higher difficulty. Casting active skills in Rita's course deals massive damage to all enemies at once. Damage increases with active skills level. Will also inflict 1 stack of bleeding. Every 200 combo hits will recharge the active skill once and clear the counter. The required combo hit count decreases as active skill level increases. Enemies can only be defeated while they bleed. Make them bleed.
賢い判断です。もっとよく見。どうしよう。ドキドキする。頑張ります。
We learned last time that everything Susanna does is bleed, making her essentially bleed elemental. So these stipulations are not necessarily difficult to achieve. Also, yes, crab. Not the best kind of crab, but orb crab. Also, I almost died, didn't I? At least I noticed very late that my health was very low. Oh, hey, we actually unlocked her final thing. Really? At 50%? Oh, no, not at 50%, but because I went the correct direction. I did not plan that. You're doing great. Got the basics down. You're training hard. Just have to relax and be confident in your strengths and you're all set. But that's technique or movement. It's all thanks to your teaching. You're so good at honing in on my mistakes. So, was it difficult enough? Or do we need to make some adjustments? No need. It suits me perfectly. Right. I'm making it look easy. Rita, when did you dress up into battle gear? Listening to you say that warms my heart. It makes me so happy. Makes me want to keep training. I got you. Then we move on to the next step of your training. I'm ready, Rita-sama. From what I've seen, I don't think you'll have any trouble. Rita gave her a warm smile, gently moves her hand, and takes her weapon. Something's not right. Rita-sama suddenly looks so fierce. Is it just my imagination, or is there a murderous intent? The last course of this training session is deadly. Well, as opposed to the Randall and Kushan, you only have one face though. Does that make you easier or harder? I don't know. Knight is invulnerable during burst. Attack her to shorten the duration, meaning she is not invulnerable at all. I feel like I'm just juggling you at this point. Don't let Rita hit the floor. Oh no, she hit the floor. I'm looking at my score in the top left corner and I have a feeling I didn't do very well here. Well, I'm fine, I guess. Passing grade, as they say. But it seems like she does not have a final dance course. Well, I'll get her to 100% until the next time. And then we can listen to that as well as do the final exam. And a final dance course if it is hidden somewhere around here. But that's all we can do here today. Except go shopping. Mortal Blades uniform for Valkyrie Quicksand. I feel like it looks a lot less natural to dance in that outfit. But sure, go ahead. Oh, we also essentially get her, if I didn't already have her. Well, it's probably enough to upgrade her, isn't it? No, not even. Hello, news bulletin. So much stuff. I can buy more things. There's one more stage I want to look at today. Because there's another outfit that got released. And it's a very pretty one. Peachy spring. The snow is gone, the breeze is warm, and grass has returned to the courtyard. There's beauty everywhere one looks, with bustling flowers and towering trees in bloom. Pink petals float with kites in the sky, red pistils covered in butterflies. A young sun is shining, the envy of every spring flower. Very peachy indeed. For Passion of Human. So much pink. Those branches are not attached anywhere. They're just floating behind her to hold up her hair. Very considerate of them. Stop knocking on the fourth wall, it's very fragile. Next time on Honkai Impact 3rd. We finish Meow Town Escapade, although that will likely be just an afterthought. Because it is time for the dance of life and death, hailing from Nagazora. Chapter 36 has started today and will include more Susanna, because apparently she's the new main character now. Maybe not. But let's look forward to that next time. Correct. It's just never the end. Well, they can't just end the game, right? Even though the main story is over. So we'll get a new main story, eventually. I've read enough things today. I actually just wanted to dress you up. Well, goodbye. See See you next time.